Congratulations to UIC. Got a win. They played well. I thought our first 5 minutes we were good. Set the tone on both sides of the basketball. Had good movement. Then they went to the zone. We kind of got stagnant. And I'm not sure if there's so much the lineups we had in there. We just didn't get a real flow and weren't very aggressive or assertive against it. And give them credit for making plays, making shots, and setting a physical tone.
The guys talked about mental mistakes that were made throughout the game. Just was that kind of what you were seeing in that final 25 minutes?
Final 25, I think it was just being aggressive, being assertive, setting the tone, not playing on your heels. I thought in the first half there were breakdowns, especially when 50 got his first 3 ball side corner. I mean, you don't help off that ball side corner. And some guys that were posting, I'm number 5. He's normally not a poster where he's backing you down. So obviously they saw some on film, felt like there was an opportunity for him to score, so now he's backing down. So that means we got to be strong in our one-on-one post defense. And just really being aggressive, getting in the ball and not being passive. Yeah, man, it kind of spirals and they start shooting and playing in comfort. You never want a team that shoots the ball that well to play in comfort. You got to be aggressive and set a tone. Yes.
Rebounding, you guys have been a pretty good rebounding team, and tonight, not so much. In the case of them?
Well, you have to give them credit, but I think what happens is, and like we talked to our guards about coming into this game, what they do, they drop coverage, and what that means is the big guy in ball screens is really low. And sometimes they have both of their bigs low, so that means you got to settle for the pull-up shot. And for our guards, we talked about you come off the ball screen, shoot the three-point shot, or come off and shoot at the free throw line. But you're probably not going to be able to get all the way to the rim because of how they play the defense. That's fine. So you got to settle for the pull-up, the 8 to 10-footer. So when those shots go up, you're not really getting those rebounds because those guys are around it. But if those shots go on, now you pull them out. But the shots didn't fall at the level. But I also think Wes can be more assertive in attacking offensive glass. I mean, oftentimes Mike can be assertive, but also when you watch film, there's 2 or 3 guys hovering around Mike, putting bodies on him. And that's part of it. We got to be better getting offensive rebounds. Yes.
You seen that a little more over the last 2 games? You get out rebounded in the last game as well? Just kind of trends and how people are attacking you different ways?
I think what happens is because there's so many guys hovering around Mike, that opposite big, sometimes it's a wing guy, has to get in that rebound, those misses, especially where they guard Mike. You just got to be aggressive, got to be assertive. I think they get on top of our guards and force them to make plays. And I think our guards will see that the rest of the season when they just get on top of you to force you to go back door, use their length. That's one of the things. And it's tough for Dez these last 2 games, but he's growing in those games because he's staying assertive. You see him getting better on both sides of the ball. It's just how teams are really defending him. They put a lot of length on, a lot of size, and they're forcing him to take the pull-up shot. They're forcing him to make the pass. And again, it's painful for him right now, but he'll grow from it as he continues to get better. Same way with Vincent Zaxton.
And the guys were talking about just positivity, trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
We know you, and that's something that you'll preach. Just how do you go about it when you're 0-5 to start Valley play?
You just go about it. I look forward to practice games. It's exciting. I want to see our guys get a victory because I know the kind of time they put into it. But sometimes you have to go through it to get where you're trying to go. But for me, I enjoy the growth, the development. And sometimes you can see guys growing, but through losses you can't really feel the impact. But they're growing, and all they need to see is one win, and they kind of go from there. But again, they bring their heart out to practice. But I think the carryover has to be the consistent attention to detail and to be able to sustain throughout the course of a game. But I think the area we have to grow the most on the defensive side of the ball, they have to communicate amongst each other. We have quiet guys by nature, but that can't help you in the game, especially in the second half, because I spent a lot of time yelling in the first half to put guys in position as a 6-man. But I'll continue to lose my voice in the second half, but they can't hear me. But they have to be better there. I think that's one of the biggest areas. But again, we didn't consistently have an aggressive tone throughout the game. We cut it to 10, and there's a breakdown here. Fall down, a guy hit a 3, breakdown, so it's just too hard.
Coach, when we started the year, you talked about the character of the guys you brought in being just as important as the talent.
Oh, yeah.
Times are tough right now as far as the schedule goes. Is this what you kind of lean on, especially with the older guys? Like we talked to Wes a little bit, has seen a lot of college basketball and continues to be a positive force for this team.
I'll think that they'll be that because that's their nature. And they're good guys. But again, there's nothing wrong with being mad, or if you see a guy on the sideline frustrated, that's part of it. I mean, losing. I mean, there's no script to losing. Everybody deals with it differently. But they're good guys. They have a great camaraderie amongst each other, and you just got to go through it. I mean, you can do a lot. You can go to the movies, go to dinner. The bottom line is you're trying to get a win. You got to position yourself to get a win. Stay focused and try to get a win as best you can. That's it. You can do 50 different things, but you're trying to fight to get a win.
You surprised by some of these struggles? You came into the year, the quote saying that you guys finished 11th in league play.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
Just what some of the surprise maybe coming in or to start.
I wouldn't necessarily say I wouldn't reveal the surprise, because one thing I'm always going to do is protect our players. I mean, but so it always starts with me finding ways to get them better. Yeah. We can talk after the season about the other part, but yeah.
Okay, if you just look at the schedule you guys have played so far, you played the top 2 teams in the league, everyone's above 500 that you played. Is that kind of like maybe the silver lining going forward? Is that there are games on the schedule that you can look forward to?
Forgive me, what's your name?
Sully.
Sully?
Yeah.
My pleasure meeting you, Sully. But I say this with all sincerity. I have not gone into one game this season and said, man, let's just try to make it competitive. Whatever the next one, I feel like we can win the game. I really feel that way. I think we have the parts. It just, sometimes it's painful going through it. I mean, sometimes your fans like, come on in. I really feel that way. I really do. And we just have to get over that mental hump and whatever that is. But, man, whoever the first, second, third team is all the same to me. You approach it, you're trying to win the game. You come up with the best game plan to win that game. And like I told our guy, man, I'm not sure. You can be mad about a loss, but be mad and get better. Because at the end of the day, if this is the worst thing you'll go through in your life, you're going to live a great life. I mean, because all of it counts. So who are you where you can't go on fire? Who are you? What have you done in life? Then go win the game. This is life. This is a part of it. You're not exempt from it. Find a way to win it. And that means you got to dig deep. You got to dig deep, very deep. And I've never been a part of a program. I don't believe in you pointing fingers at that guy. Everything starts and finishes here. The victories, they can have them all. The losses, I'll take all those blows, because I'm the guy to put the team together, whether it's guiding good enough or this didn't. This is where you look at it right here first. And I'm okay with that. I mean, because we'll continue to get better and we'll win at a high level. I don't doubt that one bit.